Hi everyone, here I am today with the Samsung Galaxy S2, which is an Android-based smartphone from Samsung. This device was announced in February of this year at Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, and it was released in the UK in May of this year. So it's been out for 2 months now, and in that time, Samsung claimed that across the world it sold 5 million of these smartphones, and it's so. You know, according to Samsung, that's one device every 1.5 seconds, and they're aiming to release this device in the USA next month as well. So in this video, I just wanted to give a quick demo of the phone to show you some of the key features. So it has a 4.3-inch Super AMOLED Plus display, so that's measured diagonally. So it is quite large for a smartphone screen. You know, I think some people do say it's a bit too big, but I mean, I really like having the large screen. It uses Super AMOLED Plus technology, so what that means is you get a very vibrant picture, very vivid. You get really nice colours on this display. Although it is still the WVGA resolution used by most Android phones, so it's 480 pixels this way and 800 pixels this way. You actually now have 12 subpixels making up every single pixel. So you've actually got over 1 million subpixels on there. So compared to the Galaxy S, which uses just the standard Super AMOLED technology, you've actually got 50% more subpixels. But I mean, if I can show a demonstration here, you can see this is a high definition video here playing on the Galaxy S. So you see it actually, so Galaxy S2. You see it plays very smoothly. You get quite a nice field of view. With the screen here, the picture is very sharp, and as you seek through the video, it just starts playing straight away. So I think this is one of the real benefits of the Super AMOLED Plus technology. You get a very good experience when you're consuming multimedia. In terms of the hardware itself of the phone, it has an 8 megapixel camera here on the back with an LED flash, so that means you can take photos in low light conditions as well. It has a 2 megapixel camera here at the front, so this is great for video conferencing and so on. It's powered by a dual core 1.2 gigahertz processor. So like I said, this is why you can just seek through videos and it's plays straight away, and you can run lots of applications at the same time. You can do multitasking, and the phone is very responsive. The phone itself is only 8.5 millimeters thick, so at the time of release it is the world's thinnest smartphone. On the back here we have something called Hyperskin technology. So this is the phone has a plastic casing. So as opposed to a metal casing, you get better reception. You don't get the same attenuation problems as with a metal casing. But the problems with plastic casing is essentially it feels cheap, or it feels cheaper, and also the grip isn't as good. So Samsung developed this thing called Hyperskin technology. So it's kind of got a textured back, so that means you get extra grip. So even though it's a plastic case, you do get quite a lot of grip with this. This is running Android. So this is Android 2.3. This is running Android 2.3, so this is Gingerbread. It's got Samsung's TouchWiz UI 4.0 running on top, so that gives you a few benefits. For example, you can very quickly seek through all of your home screens and see all of your widgets. You can dynamically resize your widgets to different sizes, so it means you can customize your home screen in more ways than before. You also get lots of Samsung applications, so you get the Samsung hubs, so you get the social hub, the music hub, readers hub, game hub, and so on. So one of my favorite features of the Galaxy S2 is the readers hub. So this is a developed, this is based off the readers hub application, which was originally in the Samsung Galaxy Tab. So what this application does is it combines being able to read newspapers, electronic books, e-books, and magazines, and combines all of this stuff into one application, so you can consume a lot of new multimedia. So, and the newspaper application here is powered by Press Display. So when I load up the application here, I get a list of I've got a list of newspapers here that I subscribe to or which I've downloaded. So what I can do is I can go into the newspaper store. It's got it's got hundreds of newspapers from across the world. So you can just literally you just select which country you want to read a newspaper from, and you get a list of all of them. So from the UK we've got 156 newspapers available, and I simply go to the UK, and then I can get a list of all of these newspapers, which you can download with just 1 or 2 clicks, and then you can just read straight away on a device. It downloads over 3G. So here's one I prepared earlier. So here's one I downloaded earlier. So this is today's Independent. So as you can see, you get the full newspaper experience. Everything's there. The graphs, the pictures, all of the text, all of the adverts are there as well. So there's 2 ways of consuming this. So I can either zoom in, I can just do this, and I can just read the newspaper articles, as you would traditionally in a newspaper, and kind of just zoom around the screen and so on. But I mean, the thing is that's kind of not really the best way of reading. It's not the nicest way of reading a newspaper. So what this application has, it actually has, it has some built-in additional features. So what I can do is I can click on the title of, I can just go to an article. So I click on the title of the article, and the entire article is reformatted here in a mobile-friendly format. And there's accessibility features built in. So what I can do is I can increase the font size, make it a bit easier. I think that's a bit too big, but make it a bit easier to read. And then I can actually listen. So it uses the text-to-speech engine, and it reads out the newspaper article for me.
Why were Murdoch and Son given confidential defense briefings? Minister who sees Rupert Murdoch most frequently turns out to be the Education Secretary, Michael Gove, a former News International employee. Mr. Gove has seen the mogul for breakfast, lunch, or...
So what you really get is you get the full newspaper experience, plus you get a little bit more. So you get that for newspapers, but as well as that you can do ebooks here. You can also do online magazines. So the magazines, so you can do magazines, print magazines, but here in an electronic format. So here we've got a list of all the magazines that I'm subscribed to or that I can read. I can literally just click on the magazine, and you get the full magazine experience here with all the pictures as it is before. I mean, this isn't really the best magazine to demonstrate it with, but I can also use, again, I can use the text. I can convert the article into text format, so it's much easier to read on this screen than just reading in the traditional format where I have to like zoom in to the content using pinch to zoom. So one of the problems with a smartphone and a capacitive touchscreen technology is that if you're wearing gloves, you're not actually able to use the touchscreen. And the reason for that is because the touchscreen actually, it senses the electric field in your hands. So the only button you can actually operate without, with gloves on, so it's, when you're riding a bike or whatever, is actually a hardware button such as this. So one feature which is quite nice is that Samsung have integrated voice control software into this. So all you need to do is you need to double tap on this home button here, and then you can actually voice control the entire phone. Hey Galaxy.
What would you like to do?
Google MSFT stock price.
Web search. MSFT stock price.
Hey Galaxy.
What would you like to do?
Map of Paris, France. Hey Galaxy.
What would you like to do?
Memo. Buy some milk. Save.